Hey guys, Sushi Game here. Just want to bring you a quick guide on how to play the Scout in Team Fortress 2. Been wanting to do a guide like this for quite a while and I'm pretty glad I finally got around to it. So, let's get straight into it. The guide is pretty basic overall. It's just going to be for people who are either new to the game or want to brush up on some of their skills. Also, the guide is only for public service, so this isn't a competitive guide. You have to look somewhere else for that. Sorry. This guide is split into 3 sections. The first section being my loadout, what guns I use and why I think they are the best. The second section being my tips and tricks, some of the things you can do to not die, some of the things you can use to get kills and basic maneuvers. And the last one is strategies, where I outline some more advanced things you can do and more like little things you can do that are technical to help you last longer or to get you some kills. Just click on one of the options if you want to skip there, or you can stay here and listen to the whole video. As you can see, I use mostly the stock weapons for my loadout. I do however use the Sandman, which I'll tell you why in a minute, but let's start with the scattergun. Now the scattergun is really good because it has 6 shots, which means you have, I think, the most kill potential of all the other weapons. The Forcenator and the Soap Pop are okay, but their clip size I think is just way too small. So that's why I use the scattergun. I think it's got the highest damage potential and the highest damage per second. The second thing is my secondary is a pistol. I use the pistol because the Scout really does lack range as a class. I mean, it has no range at all, so the pistol gives him some range, and you can really easily pick off enemies at longer ranges with that. For my melee, I use the Sandman mostly because it's really good at taking out higher HP targets like a heavy. If you hit the stun on the heavy, they basically can't move and you can finish them off with the scattergun pretty quickly. I also exchange between the bat because the bat is also pretty good if you want to just have a basic melee weapon. Some tips and tricks about the Scout. Now, as you know, the Scout is the fastest class in the game and can double jump, meaning that he can easily escape a sticky situation, or he can get into a position where he can get lots of kills. An example of escaping a sticky situation is if a soldier is shooting a rocket at your feet and you double jump over his head. You'll have to move his mouse all the way around, which will take a second, and you'll probably get a few hits on him by then or even kill him. Speaking of mouse, you should try and get a low sensitivity because it gives you more accuracy overall as a Scout. The highest sensitivity you have usually lets you faster aim on people, but doesn't let you have as much accuracy. And as a Scout, you need as much accuracy as possible when using the scattergun. A thing I see most Scouts not doing is when they're at longer range, they don't take out their pistol or secondary weapon. Your scattergun cannot work at long range. It does either no damage or it doesn't even hit at all. Using your secondary pistol will really help you take down enemies quicker, especially if you've ran out of ammo. So you should always try and use your pistol to take out enemies at longer range. Another tip is that the Scout, as you know, is really fast, which means you can get halfway across the map in a few seconds. You can use this to your advantage to try and find a back route around the map to get behind the enemy team. If you can do this, you can quickly take out a few of them and then run away to safety again. When you're running away, you should also try and pick up the half packs. You should try and memorize where they are on the map so that you can quickly get to them and minimize your deaths while making yourself more efficient so that you can kill people quicker. Some strategies you can try it with the Scout. A strategy you should always do is never try and face someone straight on. If you face them straight on, they can really easily kill you. You should always try and get them from either the side or from the back. Then after you've landed 1 or 2 shots, they might turn around if they have high HP, but you can usually finish them off with 1 more shot, or you can quickly take them out with your pistol while running away. Another tip you can try is that you should always try and take out the low HP targets. If you're in a position where there's lots of targets, you should always try and take out the low HP ones, because they're easy to kill and you can usually kill them at closer range in 1 or 2 hits. These classes include the medic, spies, snipers and other Scouts, you know. So try and kill those first, then quickly get out of that position. Then you can come back again if you want more kills. Another thing is the Scout can capture points twice as fast, so on King of the Hill maps you should really try and aim for the points. You shouldn't be at the front line, but you should be behind the heavy hitters such as the heavies and the soldiers, so that you can quickly help them cap a point and get out quick enough to live. However, if you don't like doing this, you can always just backdoor like I do. Here's a quick clip of me backdooring an enemy and getting a few kills. And that concludes my how to scout tutorial. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for future guides. That's all for now, guys. Goodbye.